Greetings, folks. It is I, Bill, the man of Kentucky, and this is me throwing in my 2 cents on the whole, is JRPG a racist term or not? This came to my attention when the recent internet drama that I talked about in a previous video or two was actually started off by the person mentioned in the previous videos. I don't know where this idea came from, but quite honestly I find the whole situation to be ridiculous. This whole internet drama that I talked about in previous videos actually started off when Clan of the Grey Wolf, aka Rue from 16-Bit Gems, went on a small tangent on people who are bashing the term JRPG because it's racist, according to them. And of course, the argument is saying JRPG automatically means you're promoting a stereotype of all male characters being dressed in almost drag, if you will. So your melodramatic storylines, big swords, pretty boy villains, sappy love plots, that sappy love stories that commence within 20 minutes of playing the game and you run into the first female character. It's things like that that is apparently racist and stereotypical. No, that's not it at all. You see, here's the thing. JRPG means Japanese role-playing game. Alright, we can agree on this one, right? Okay. WRPG means Western RPG. That means it came from the Americas and Europe. So, we're talking about something that came from here and something that came from there, yet saying something came from here is automatically racist now. That's ridiculous. I mean, there are standard tropes in Japanese RPGs, just like there are standard tropes in anime, which show, aspects of anime show up in some JRPGs. A good example of this would be the Dragon Quest series, where Akira Toyamada, the guy who created Dragon Ball Z, he did the cutscenes and the character designs for Dragon Quest. And of course, another criticism of this term being used is like saying all RPGs from Japan use turn-based strategy as their main combat system. Well, I hate to say this, but a good chunk of them do. One of my favorite RPGs of all time is Golden Sun for the Game Boy Advance. That's turn-based strategy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people like it, some people don't. Whatever. Hell, there's another huge cash cow from Nintendo that is probably one of the best examples of turn-based strategies. Pokemon Soul Silver. Fun game. The whole thing, its whole combat system revolves around turn-based strategy. It's a fact of life. It happens. Not all games from Japan that are role-playing games have turn-based strategy when it comes to their combat, or turn-based combat, my bad. I'm horribly abusing terms here tonight, folks. They're not all the same, but they have things in common. So, think about this, folks. Whenever you use the term JRPG, it's not that I'm saying all games are like Final Fantasy if they're from Japan and they're role-playing games, but they do have things in common with Final Fantasy. Like, for instance, they're made in Japan. It's situations like this that make me feel, that can't help but make me think that there are certain people that just don't know what the hell they're talking about. I mean, I've known this for a long time, but when you exhibit such blatant stupidity, I almost feel obligated to educate others on what racism is, what is hate speech. And again, just because you don't like it, that doesn't mean it shouldn't exist. Yeah. So, I'll talk about that next time, folks. And I promise to try and have a more interesting video for you. It's about 2 o'clock here in good old Kentucky. So, do me a favor. Comment on this video. Tell me how much of an uneducated jerkwad I am, if you can find the words in your vocabulary necessary to make yourself look like you have an IQ above 20. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down, just in case you don't feel like typing. I'll read and respond. So take care of you folks. Have a great night or day or whenever it is you're watching this particular piece of digital camera usage. I'm about ready to fall asleep, folks, so my vocabulary is in the gutter at the moment. So, good night.